Well, I'm all about growth. I do believe that it needs to be controlled growth. By that meaning, attract businesses that we necessarily don't already have many of. So, for instance, we're approaching the limit to how many restaurants we have, how many bar establishments are in town. Every time that a new business comes in, it affects their business, and they're having hard times. They're struggling already as it is. So it's important to find controlled growth, attract businesses that don't necessarily interfere with their current activity. As we look at the Clam House, that's an opportunity for marine-dependent businesses to come in, and that's something we need more of. So I would work closely with the citizens and the town government to attract new businesses that won't necessarily affect the businesses that we already have established.
Mr. Willis, your views on the tension between preserving established businesses and attracting new businesses, and the type of business that you might hope to attract to Rock Hall?
I think that probably we all would agree that a free market really can drive any ship going forward, but yet in a small community that sometimes can in turn step on what are existing established businesses that may already be in place. I think though with a vision and a good plan, we can in turn create the type of business that we know that we need to bring to Rock Hall. I think something that is maybe a cottage industry or something that very much is a clean type of industry. Right behind the Walgreens, we see probably over 30-some acres of land that sits there in its own commercial and industrial. This is something that I've talked about with the board and something that I would like to see go forward, that we could in turn create maybe some type of a technology park. We see today the future is really, or an opportunity in the future is creating websites. It's the type of IT work, I think, today that is where we can in turn attract the families. We won't in turn compete with the businesses that we have here, but yet it can in turn really just drive a type of economy forward. That's something that is a forward type of thing. And as we really look to see who we are as a town and where we want to go. We do have very much the infrastructure here. We have Atlantic broadband that does bring into the town of Rock Hall up to 50 megs of bandwidth. We have zoning, something that's already in place, and we don't really have to go through the meetings with the community as to establishing a change in the zoning. I think what we want to do again is look at what does not really compete with who is already here in place, but is something that in turn that we can attract the type of business here. And it can be business very much so that really you can in turn do it right by your computer. You can just have FedEx or UPS come in and out of Rock Hall. But these are the type of opportunities that we as a community really need to look at.